Registering to vote before you're eligible can cause real legal trouble, but assuming you can never vote again may also be wrong. So the direct answer is this: yes, many people with felony convictions can vote. But it depends on the state where you want to register, whether you're incarcerated, whether you're on parole or probation, and whether your sentence requirements are complete. A felony does not automatically mean your voting life is over, but there is no simple national rule. In this video, we'll break it down in plain English. We'll cover how states handle voting after a felony conviction. We'll also cover what changes after prison, parole, or probation, and what to check before you submit a voter registration form. This is not legal advice. The safest move is to confirm your eligibility first, because the part that trips people up is this: being out of prison does not mean the same thing in every state. Here's the first thing to know. There is no single rule for the whole country. Voting rights after a felony conviction are different in every state and territory. That means your answer depends on where you want to register now, not only where the conviction happened. If you were convicted in one state, but now live in another state, check the rule where you live and plan to vote. You also still have to meet the normal voting requirements. That can include citizenship, age, and residency. It can also include registration deadlines and your state's voter registration rules. Some places are very different from the rest. Maine and Vermont do not take away voting rights because of a criminal conviction. Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico do the same even during incarceration. That does not mean every person automatically qualifies for every other reason. It means the conviction itself does not remove the right there. The big takeaway is simple. A felony conviction does not create one automatic lifetime ban across America. But for most people, the real question is what happens after prison. And that is where the categories matter. Most state rules fall into a few basic buckets. Some places allow people to vote even while incarcerated. Many states restore voting rights automatically after release from prison. In those states, you may be able to vote even if you're still on parole or probation. Other states are stricter. Some states restore voting rights only after parole or probation is fully completed. So in those places, being out of prison may not be enough by itself. Then there are states where extra steps may be required. Some people may need to apply for restoration, satisfy financial obligations, or receive official approval after completing their sentence. The details can depend on the offense, the sentence, and state law. They can also depend on unpaid fines, fees, or restitution. That's why two people can both have felony convictions, both be out of prison, and still have different voting rights. One person may be eligible right away. Another person may need to finish supervision. Another may need to complete a restoration process. So the question is not just, do I have a felony? The better question is, what does my state say about my current status? And that leads to the part that matters most before you fill out any form. Registering to vote before you are eligible can lead to criminal prosecution. That does not mean you should be scared away from checking your rights. It means you should check before you sign and submit a form. The laws are confusing, that is not your fault, but the registration form is still serious. Do not rely only on rumors. Do not rely on what happened to someone in another state. Do not assume old advice still applies, and do not assume every election worker will know every detail about your court case. Start with Vote.gov's Guide to Voting After a Felony Conviction. You can also contact your state election office or ask a public defender or attorney. A court representative, reentry group, or voting rights organization may help too. Another option is Campaign Legal Center's Restore Your Vote tool, which is built to help people with felony convictions understand whether they may be eligible. The point is not to give up. The point is to move in the right order. First, confirm your eligibility, then register if you are allowed. And remember this: automatic restoration of voting rights usually does not mean automatic voter registration. So even if your rights are restored, you may still need to register. Or you may need to update an old registration. Maybe your address changed. Maybe your name changed. Maybe your old registration needs updating. Maybe the deadline is coming up. Restoration and registration are separate steps. Arrests and misdemeanors are not the same as felony voting restrictions. Think of it like this: getting your right back may open the door, but you may still have to put your name on the voter list before you can actually vote. So here's the safe path. Step 1. Identify the state where you want to register. Step 2. Check that state's felony voting rule through vote.gov or your state election office. Step 3. Confirm your current status. Are you in prison or have you been released? Are you on parole, on probation, or fully done with your sentence? Step 4. If you are unsure, ask before registering. Step 5. If you are eligible, register or update your registration before the deadline. Your record may complicate the process, but it may not erase your right to vote. So, can a felon vote? Yes, many people with felony convictions can vote, but the answer depends on the state and your sentence status. It also depends on supervision, sentence completion, and any extra state requirements. Do not assume you are banned forever, but also do not register until you confirm you are eligible. Checking your rights is a responsible step, and for many people it may open a door they thought was closed. If this helped, like this video, subscribe to Fresh Start Society, and visit freshstartsociety.hq.com for more information.